Right now, there is a massive shift happening on YouTube that 99% of people are completely missing. And while everybody's focusing on views and viral content, the creators who understand what I'm about to show you are making a lot more, even with tiny audiences. Now, I personally run 12 different faceless YouTube channels, and I work with 11,000 creators in my community. And based off of my personal experience in communicating with people, running thousands of different channels, what I'm seeing right now is a complete shift in how successful faceless channels operate in 2025. But here's what's really interesting. The faceless creators who start when nobody's watching, they're the ones that are absolutely dominating in their niches 6 months later. Now at this point, you're probably asking, Matt, how is that even possible? Shouldn't I wait until I have the perfect strategy before I start my channel? Well, let me prove this to you with a story that's going to completely change the way that you look at YouTube success. Let's say that you have two identical creators starting faceless channels on the same exact day. The first creator rushes to get views immediately using basic techniques. Month one, they hit 10,000 views and they think that they've won the lottery. But here's what happens next. Their audience expects consistency, but their systems break down. By month three, their views drop 50% because their content quality can't scale. After 6 months, they've got maybe 50,000 total views, maybe $300 in ad revenue, and they're completely burned out. Now compare that to the second creator who focuses on building foundations first. Month one, they're only getting 200 views, but they're building their AI systems as well. Month two, they get 500 views while they're perfecting their character voice. Month three, they get 1,000 views while optimizing their workflows. But by month four, their systems are bulletproof, and their content scales to 50,000 views a video. After 6 months, they've got 200,000 total views, 15,000 in revenue because they monetize correctly, and sustainable growth. Now, while I can't guarantee you'll make any money, at this point, you're probably asking, Matt, how is such a revenue difference possible with similar view counts? Well, here's where the mathematics get really interesting. When you rush to market, you're stuck with a poor monetization setup that only generates $3 to $5 per thousand views. You have no established authority, and by authority, I mean a consistent voice and personality that represents your channel, which means low trust and poor conversion rates. And without systems, you cannot scale effectively. But when you build foundations first, then you can optimize your monetization to generate $50 to $100 per 1,000 views. And then your established character authority creates higher conversion rates. And then your systematic workflows, if you do them correctly, which I'll show you how to do, lets you test and scale different revenue streams. And the reason for this is that the foundational period is not just wasted time. It's concentrated value creation that compounds over months, not days. And this creates what I like to call the invisible advantage principle. And advantage number one is the AI laboratory effect. When nobody's watching your faceless content, you get something that established creators pay thousands for: the complete freedom to experiment. Here's what that looks like. You can experiment with 15 different AI voices from 11 Labs, for example. You can test voice cloning techniques. You can even create multiple different character voices without confusing your audience, because you don't have an established audience in the beginning. A perfect example of this is if you spent your first month testing out different voices on 11 Labs. Nobody's watching, so nobody cares that video 5 sounds completely different than video 1. And by video 30, you've tested 15 different voices and you found the perfect one. And fast forward 6 months, that optimized voice is now generating potentially thousands of dollars. Meanwhile, people who just rushed into choosing the same voice that 99% of other channels do, they're stuck with that. And so by experimenting in the beginning of your channel, you can refine the voice of your channel, even for faceless channels, by developing an AI character who's basically the face of your channel. You can test different backstories, experiment with expertise angles, and refine their unique perspective. Advantage number two is the strategic timing window. Most people think they need to master everything before they ever get started. That's backwards. The best way to master AI for YouTube is real-world practice, even with 0 viewers. Your first videos are likely not going to be absolutely perfect. You should still start your channel, but you can experiment with some of your first videos on your channel. You'll notice that most huge channels out there, their first videos are typically not the best videos that they've ever uploaded. Now, a lot of huge channels will private their initial videos, which you can do down the line if you want, if you're that ashamed of them. But the cool thing is that you can experiment when nobody's watching in the beginning. And it's why you should start a channel even if nobody's watching. The next advantage is the 2025 market gap. Right now, we're in what I like to call the AI mastery window. AI tools are sophisticated enough to create professional content that can actually perform really good, but most creators don't know how to use them the right way. And the way that a lot of people use AI on YouTube is just gonna get them banned off of YouTube, which is why I highly recommend watching my video that I did on this subject, talking about how AI is ruining YouTube, which it is, but it's not doing it in the way that most people think. You see, AI, if used correctly, can be incredibly beneficial, and in this initial testing period for your channel, you can know how to do it correctly, especially if you follow what I taught in that past video. And here's what most people don't realize. Every day you wait to start your YouTube channel is a day that you're not building with these competitive advantages. So even if nobody's watching your channel in the beginning, you should be learning and most importantly, implementing on your channel the right way. And I'm watching established channels that are huge with hundreds of thousands of subscribers get outcompeted by brand new channels because of this AI revolution, because they didn't adapt to the new AI tools or they didn't use them in the right way and their channel gets banned. Plus earlier this year, YouTube mentioned that it was gonna start pushing out new channels, and this was confirmed by one of the heads of the algorithm at YouTube, Todd Bapry, who said that YouTube is pushing out brand new channels a lot more. So why not start a YouTube channel right now when YouTube's actually pushing our content out more? And even if nobody watches your channel in the beginning, that can actually be a very good thing, as we've discussed. So start your channel, even if nobody watches. It's well worth it. You'll be building the systems and the techniques, you'll be learning the AI tools, and you'll be discovering how to do this the right way. But if you want to bypass a lot of the trial and error that typically goes into running YouTube channels, whether they're faceless or not, you need to understand a new method of doing YouTube that has allowed me to run my channels now to make a lot more than my channels were able to make before, while getting a lot less views as well. And I know that sounds counterintuitive, but I've got a completely free training that goes over this new method of doing YouTube that you can check out next to me right here. On this free training, I'll show you how to run YouTube automation channels without ever even showing your face in a new way that doesn't require millions of views or anything like that. So check out this video right here. My name is Matt Parr. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you there.